there, first things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Was talking to a really nice customer, and unfortunately, he owns a valve and projector, which is something we can't support. We can't even tell you the screen paint because, again, as I said before, the screen paint won't work. It'll come up black. So, you have those projectors, we can't basically support the product at all in any way whatsoever. And we have, don't try to push it, because we have people that would try to push it because they think the projector has amazing specifications that it will be able to maintain with screen paint, and it won't. So I got to help somebody out too about this too. That's going to be the last person we want to do. So anybody, usually, if we get somebody who basically goes in and they don't read any of the specifications at all, period. I don't know how you're missing these videos, because I do these videos quite often on these knockoff projectors. But I don't know how, like I say, you missed them or whatever's going on. But anyway, it's still in the website stating we don't support these machines. And if you go out and you do this anyway, because you feel that the machine you have has the capability to do it, then you're only at your own risk. We are not going to send you any silver paint. I got one customer, don't worry about that. I got you, don't worry about it. But we're not going to send you any silver formula or nothing at all whatsoever, because again, at the end of the day, this costs me money. It costs me money because I got to take money out of my pocket to make this silver product. I got to turn around and I got to ship it to you. That costs me money. So again, as we said before, read the specifications before you go purchase our products. All right, so with that being said, clear enough, as I've been doing it since night and day, every day on that, we're talking about the knockoff kings. I bumped into quite a few projectors on here that pretty much have extremely poor contrast levels. Not only that, there's just some things about the projectors that just don't make any sense whatsoever. This is one of the projectors that I bumped into that I found really interesting about the specifications on this projector. I don't know whether or not if it's if they have their own screens that they want you to buy, or maybe they want you to buy an ambient light projection screen. Wouldn't it be crazy? Because then again, you have to figure out exactly like the difference of what ambient light projection screen is going to work. So I'm pretty sure they got their own. So if you look at in the caption where it says in the title, it says 2400 lumens. That's a projector right there. So 2400 lumens, capable of 3600 lumens on an ambient light projection screen, which again, that is impossible. So you're saying that if you don't use this on ambient light projection, your lumen count is going to drop to 24, unless you got it in eco mode. If you're doing the eco mode, you're definitely going to drop. But if you're not in eco mode, there is no way that's even possible. If I got a projector at 4,000 lumens, whether it's not it's hitting the screen, it's ambient light projection or not, it's still 4,000 lumens. That's how it works. But the way they got it here is that your screen will come up brighter if you use a ambient light projection screen, which I'm curious if they're talking about their screen or maybe somebody else's screen. I don't know. But right there, that's a huge, major red flag. Now, for a person who's buying a projector for the first time, they wouldn't even see that. They'd fall right into that pit with no mercy. But anybody else who's been doing this for a while, and if you bought a few ultra short, you just got some basic knowledge, you would know this. It is virtually impossible for a projector's lumen count to increase due to the fact it's being hit on a screen. That's it. I mean, the screen gets a little brighter. Basically, the only way we get a little brighter, unless it's a white screen, and basically it's just reflecting a ton of white light all over the place. But other than that, no, you're not going to increase your projector's lumen count. That's never going to happen. So right there, that's a clear lie. I would love to be able to sit down and have a conversation with some of these companies at the end of the day and ask them to explain some of this freaking hocus pocus nonsense. That projector, I think, is $2,500, I think, for that projector. That's a lot of money to spend for a projector. I can't express this enough. Those of you who have these pixel shifting projectors, you do not have native 4K. I have bumped into customers that will say, well, it does pixel shifting. That's not native 4K. You don't have enough pixelations to equal to native 4K. You know, there's two different types of 4K. You don't even hit either one of those at all, period. So no, it's not the same. Pixel shifting is literally so old, as I said before, they had it on the PS2. When you had the PS1, the PS2 with backwards compatibility, you can literally, I can show you a video, you can go in and take your games in there, and you can basically, it's like tapping X or one of those buttons, and you can actually improve the jagged edge problems that they had with the PS1, smoothing it out by compressing the pixels. So that's something that's been out forever. Comcast used to have it on their boxers when they had DVIs. It was a compressed version of 1080p, as they claimed it would be. Much more sharper image by compressing. But anyway, that's nothing new. So basically, you don't have, you spent all this money for a projector. Number one, even the lumen count is off. Because again, at 5,000 lumens, if you're sitting less than a foot away from the screen, do you have any idea how much light is reflecting off your screen at a white screen? You would have light bouncing everywhere in the environment. It'd be extremely bright, but the fact that some of these screens I've seen, actually some of these projectors firing off have been really dim. That tells me your lumen count is not even generated. Keep in mind, you can't even pick up on black or gunmetal screens. They don't pick up on those projectors. So I told you something really is wrong with that too. So these are more the expensive version of the knockoffs. These are the ones that customers literally could have gone out and bought a motorcycle, or I don't know, whatever they could have bought in the day, but a lot more cheaper than 2,600 lumens for a projector, 2,600 for a projector that doesn't even give you the resolution count. It says 4K. How does that even work? You can't even get the resolution count. Any projector that has the capability to produce 4K is going to show the resolution count. Already from the door. Now, some of them are showing the resolution count. Like the what was it, that one projector we saw for $5,000? It was showing, but it looked awful in the booth. The guy sat there and said that it was basically really fuzzy and blurry, and that's what it was. But it would improve once you downloaded the firmware. So that sounds like crap at the end of the day. I mean, the projector should work regardless. If you had downloading firmware, you should have to download firmware basically to make the image look better. That doesn't even sound right. I told you, it's the same thing like buying a video game and finding out half of it's done. Oh, well, we'll fix it later. You just have to download something to fix it. We've been down that road before. So again, this is just the biggest, one of the, next to the biggest fakes. I've never heard of a projector being able to switch from 20, this has got 2 lamps in there, but it doesn't have 2 lamps. Switch from 24 all the way up to 36 if you use it on an ambient light projection screen. They even know what ambient light projection stands for? Because I don't think they clearly know what it stands for. Anyway, so let's see what we got down here besides that freaking nightmare of craziness and tricolors and all that other stuff. The laser, What's the contrast on this thing? Most of the ones I've seen have really poor contrast. 3,000 to 1 contrast is extremely poor, especially for a projector that you're going to be stuck on a white and gray screen on all day long. You see what's going on over here, right? Let me adjust this a little bit. See my little fireplace display over here? See that black contrast level? That projector won't be able to pick up. It doesn't pick up. First of all, those projectors don't pick up on our technology at all right? Now, say you're subjected to a white and gray screen. You're going to need a lot more than 3,000 to 1 contrast to pick up a decent shade of gray on that projector. And you got 3,000 to 1. That's 4,000 to 1, and that's a 720p NEC at $60. It's like if you go out and buy, it's a difference when builders go and look at PCs to buy, which they're not buying, they're building. But they just go look around in there, they laugh. And the reason why they laugh is because when you buy a PC, they pretty much give you a couple good parts, but the rest of it is junk. Like the rest of the stuff in there clearly is junk. They may give you like a really good graphic card, but the CPU will be junk, the hard drive will be junk, it'll be a lot of stuff, RAM will be junk. So it's kind of like you're just better off just building it yourself, to tell you the truth. Honestly, you can put the parts you want in it. Kind of like what they did with this. They charge you a whole lot, and they put a lot of junk in it. So let me see. Oh, it's got that Dolby audio and all that, but that's going to be fantastic. Great sound, crappy picture. Okay, so you didn't buy it for, I'm pretty sure you didn't buy it for the sound, you bought it for the picture. So let's see what we got here. And let me bring it down to, let me see. I have specifications on this thing. Now this is what disturbs me right here. All right, you see this right here? See right there? This one got a big old dog. See where it says 24, 24 lumen. Okay, the brightness is 24, right? So it's 24 here. Where's the 36? That's the other projector here at 15. This projector right here is the one we're looking at right here. Where's the 36? It's not even there. If your projector has a capability, and if it's true, and it does this, it has a capability of producing 1080p and 4K, it has those two options on it. You can literally do this to say it's possible. Then this is something you're going to advertise. It does 1080p and 4K. You're not going to mention it here and then forget to mention it later. So remember, right there, we saw 2400 lumens, right? But if we go up to the very top, oh, the big dog. Can you talk about the barker? That's a huge dog. To get out there, scream for a minute. Oh, we can get attacked or eaten or anything. But yeah, that's a big dog. But anyway, 24 right here. And if you look at it, it says 24 brightness, capability of producing 3600 lumens on an ambient light rejection screen. But it doesn't mention anything about 3600 lumens if you look down at the bottom of the specification. This is the kind of stuff that you have to be careful about when it comes to these projectors. These projectors can only be displayed on white and gray screens, and you know what those screens represent. You couldn't, even if you had the deep pockets for a gunmetal screen, it wouldn't work on it at all, period. So you're stuck with an overpriced projector that has fake specifications on a screen that you will be in the dark. Why do you think all the demonstrations we just watched on that projector, every single one of them sat in dark environments? Except for a couple of them. One guy was showing the news. That was basically about it. And mostly all of them were in dark environments. And this is supposed to replace the TV? Honestly? No, it's not going to replace the TV. That's not going to happen. Let me see what we have here. Let me see. It says native 4K. Let me borrow some photos for you guys. So let's go over here where it states, where it says native 4K display. Well, if it's native 4K display, what's the pixelation for native 4K? Are we going to get that up top? What did we get up top? It just says 4K. It says native 4K display. It doesn't say what the pixelation count is. This is what I'm talking about, that one of the customers I was talking to today has a valve projector. We can't do anything for him at all, period. I explained to him we can't support the projector and we can't do anything for you. And he said, what kind of projector would you suggest me to get? There's tons of them. You got Samsung, you got LG, you got all of them out there. You can go get the Optimus, got ultra short throws, ViewSonic. You get ViewSonic, and if you're doing a movie theater, you got options of 235.1 right there on display. So anything better than these things at the end of the day. And at least with the P2 right now is going on Amazon for like 22, I think it's 2,200, something like that price, $2,200. But you're going to cough down anywhere from $25,000 to $5,000 for a projector who can't even do native 4K. And for all the people who sat there and said, but it does 150 inches. I don't see a lot of 150 inches. 150 inches looks awful on that. You see when the guy came over and he showed you Avatar on 150 inch, that looked like crap. Because the problem is that they're using pixel shifting and they only have a biggest screen they can do is 150 inch. Where are you getting the extra pixels to compress? If you max the screen at 150 inch, where are you getting the extra pixels for them to compress? You're better off at 100, good with 120, awful with 150. Unless you got a machine in there that somehow is generating pixels out of nowhere. Other than that, no, it's not going to happen. So let me see what we got here. Now, the guys saw on the forum site where a lot of people were upset with the machine, and they're ranting about it, and they listen to those rants, because it says it right here. At the end of the day, they have to tell you some stuff. They don't have to tell you everything honestly, but they have to tell you some stuff. Like, like you saw 3600 lumens, capable of 3600 lumens, but you didn't see it below, did you? That's why. Oh, gee whiz Louise, what is this? Seriously, is this many of these units? I'm gonna make a list. Oh, just another one. Wow, I feel so bad for people that are buying projectors for the first time and don't know what they're buying. There's two of them actually on here I haven't seen. So there's even more of these projectors. Before it used to be WeMax and Valve, and there's another one that had an X attached. I can't pronounce it for Jack. But those are the only threes you really have to worry about. They're churning these things out like hotcakes. All right, we got to go check out a video first before we go down and check these out. I'm seeing this one over here called Nexus Go or whatever that's called. It sounds like a Nokia cell phone. And this one over here is called Paris, or whatever it's called. Really? And you just come out and call it the testicle ball crusher. I mean, it's pretty much you can get it over and done with. Let's go see what this projector does. Does it have any pictures on this thing of showing some fully lit environments? Oh, wait a minute. I've seen that picture somewhere before. They're not using the same pictures as other people. Hold on. We gotta look at this real quick. I've seen that picture somewhere before. Yeah, I've seen that picture, that exact picture. I've seen it somewhere before. I wonder. That picture's been used twice on two different projectors on two different models. The chair sitting next to the window. I've seen that picture before. Now this projector right here, if we get this right, so make sure I'm 100% right on it before I say something, but I've seen that picture before. That's the picture right there, all right? The JMGO, whatever that thing is called, right? See that picture right there? See the name of the projector. I'm pretty sure I've seen that projector somewhere before. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Just want to make sure, because I know I've seen it somewhere before. That's theirs. This is the projector that costs. He has a lot of money for a machine at the end of the day that really doesn't have 4K at all, period. From what I've seen in the demonstration of this projector, it couldn't even go a proper contrast level. Then again, it goes also because of the screen. Let me see something for a minute. Just want to make sure. But I know I've seen a projector with that image before. Wasn't the WeMax? Some of the ones I've actually looked at. And again, I could be wrong. I don't know. So that's the other one we looked at right there. I remember all these are the ones checked out. Actually, we added these to the list. I got to add more to the list now. Then you got the WeMax. This is absolutely horrible. This projector, they want $2,700 for it, and it has a 3,000 to 1 contrast, where the NEC has 4,000 to 1. 21, I think the 21 lumens, and the other one has 36 over here. Definitely not worth the money. Let me see. And they're playing some jazz music. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't see that image. Could have sworn I've seen that image before somewhere. Well, this one's 3,000. Okay, let's go look this other projector up. I'm not gonna go on a witch hunt here. I could have swore I've seen that picture somewhere before with another projector. Where's the pictures on this thing? 25. They're on the same range of 2,500, and except for the other one. The other one was crazy expensive, like $5,000. That's a lot of money for a freaking projector at the end of the day. A ton of money for a projector. This is the 4-movie projector. They have no pictures on this thing. There's no pictures on this. I have pictures there, but I'm talking about something else. Alright, let me go check out this other projector because I'm going to see things to think about. There's a whole lot to think about with that one. Alright, let's go over and I'm going to grab this and go and see if this projector is producing in a fully lit environment. See what we're getting out of this. See if I'm going to use it with an ambient light rejection screen at that too, because they say it's brighter. It goes up to 3,600 lumens if used with an ambient light rejection screen. So let's grab this right here. Let's go pop over here. Oh, near the YouTube over here. I'll grab this one. See, this one's got it. Oh, goody. Plenty of these. Let's have a look and see if we have the lights on. 3,600 lumens. I'm pretty sure they used it on an ambient light rejection screen because majority of all screens out there are ambient light. Well, they're not ambient light rejection, but you know what I mean. They got the brand ambient light rejection on them. So let's see what goes on here.
In this video, I'm going to be showcasing.
That is completely washed out. See that tannish look, that discoloration tan look in here? This is what I tell you, and you see your screen start to wash out. See that ashy discoloration? Those are supposed to be trees. They're supposed to be bright green. Yeah, that's washed out. And if you notice the screen, if you look at it, the screen is white. Can't put that on gunmetal. You're not going to use it on any gunmetal technology. It's not going to work. So let me see. I'll move this voice here. I'm going to turn the lights out. Yep, now I knew it. There we go. That's about it. Lights out. That's a huge freaking box for a projector. What are you unpacking? An air conditioner? Gee whiz, that thing is... Oh. What the... That thing is huge. I hope my P2 doesn't come out that big. That is freaking massive. That's bigger than a freaking, a venue projector. I hope my P2's not that big. All right, see all this. See if he has the lights on. Nope, in the dark, people. I have no idea how these projectors, are going to replace TVs if you have to be in the dark 24/7. I realize, look at this. How is that going to replace a TV? People who develop these projectors, stop calling these things their replacement for TVs, because this is not going to replace a TV. If I got an OLED, number one, I'm going to see a 100% contrast, and I can have my lights on. Alright, now we got lights on now. And we have lights off. Come on, man, you're too close to the screen. Back it up. Lights are off again. What was the point of putting the lights on that fast and then turning it back off again? Alright, light. Okay, so see if you look at this. Watch this for a minute. Now, if you notice, you see these lights up here, but if you notice, this screen is all dark in here because they stick it in a pocket. This is one of the things they do when they basically do these fake ambient light projection demonstrations. See right here, you can see where the light's not even hitting under the screen. The screen's underneath this. It's under this pocket where it's nice and dark underneath there. And over here, we have the light up here to give it the illusion that the screen is taking it's taking on ambient light, and it's using an ambient light rejection technology. It's not. The lights are supposed to be in direct contact with the screen. That screen is tucked up into a cave. That's why the lights are hitting here and they're stopping here. It's all dark in here. just never show any contrast at all, period. Like really, there's no color, no contrast, nothing. Okay, now he has it in its place. It's still dark. Let's go to somebody else. See if somebody else has this thing at the end of the day. That's absolutely really bad. Like I said, it has to be on a white screen. It doesn't have much of a choice, but that's not good. And there we go. Did I just hit that video? Yeah, I did hit it, didn't I? My bad. And there we go with the colorful Christmas tree lights behind the back of the screen. You know who's known for doing this mess. That is not a screen in a fully lit environment. If you got colorful Christmas tree lights behind the back of the screen, that's a complete fail. Gee whiz. Do you have any lights on this demonstration, please? Some lights on. Here we go. Bright levels, no contrast levels, and the blinds are all slanted this way. But still a little more light than the rest of what I've seen. I love when they show the environment with a little bit of light in it, and they think that's a lot of light at the end of the day. But they'll show you the same, this is all washed out. This is all washed out in here. But anyway, they'll show you the environment, but they will not change the image. The image will stay frozen on one image that's basically going to look its best in the picture. How about some contrast levels on this thing? Something with all the lights on. And then you got a light right here. You got a light right here in the corner. You can't see it. There's a light right there in the corner. How come these are not turned on? And if you look at the blinds, remember I told you the blinds are on a slant? Did I not tell you the blinds are on a slant? So the way the blinds are slanted, it's like a little wall that's sticking out on a slant. It's blocking any light that's hitting the screen. It's hitting the slant, and that's it. That's why he has them slanted the way. Now, if you pointed them the other way, there'd be more light hitting the screen. That's why the corners are so dark, and right here in the corners are so dark. No tricks, no tricks. Nothing but tricks. You know, what happens is people buy these projectors, just like today, they contact us, and they ask us if we can help them. We can't help you. There's nothing we can do to help you. That's a lot of money to pay for a machine at the end of the day. I believe a lot of money. Oh, we're definitely going to be in the dark here. I know we're going to be in the dark. There's no doubt about it, we're going to be in the dark. Of course we're in the dark. Oh, well, that thing is sitting there. There's no light making contact with that at the end of the day. So we got it tucked in this little corner right here, this little dark corner in here. Gee whiz. So what if somebody has like a real studio and they got plenty of light in there? Is that thing going to be able to fire up? And all, no, it's not. It's just not going to fire up. As long as in these little pockets. There's a light right there. How can you turn the light on? It's right there. Just right there. There's a freaking light right there in the corner. Look at that. And the black level's washed out. Alright, we're gonna pop over to this other projector. I'm gonna look at this thing real quick. Yeah, 36, that's a piece of crocodile. Does this thing have its own projection screen attached to it? Chain or whatever it's called. Let's see if it has a projection screen attached to it, which I'm curious. That's an interesting thing to put in there, that if you use it with an ambient light projection, you get 3600 lumens extra. You get 3600 lumens on all. So let's see if they got their own projection screen. Ambient light projection screen. Because it'd be pointless not to put in there for anything else, which would be kind of weird. I just spelled it incorrect. I butchered the crap out of it, didn't I? There we go. I butchered the crap out of that. Projector screen. Sorry about that. They don't have their own. Wait. Maybe I'm wrong here. Ambient light projection. When paired with an ambient light. Whoa, wait a minute. What the heck? When paired with the what? Let me see. Oh, that's VIVIStorm. That's something different. That's paired with VIVIStorm. They don't have their own screen. So basically, they're saying that any ambient light projection screen, that's what they must be stating, because I'm thinking that maybe they got their own screen that they're using at the end of the day. Or do they? Let me see something for a minute. No, this is not even. It's saying this is a projection screen for. It works for these particular projectors. This one right here, we don't support neither one of those. And that one is for. You know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is, now you can't really go off and get upset and say, oh, it's a Chinese projector, because no, not technically. Some of these projectors are here in the United States. Right here in the United States. That other projector we saw for $5,000 in the booth, that was in the United States. But what's going to happen with these particular projector setups, they're going to have it so we're going to say, well, you know, if they're putting in information where they're telling you at the end of the day that you're going to achieve 3,600 lumens, because if you hit it with an ambient light projection screen, then we all know that's a lie. Then what's going to happen is, who's to say that they don't come up with their own line of projection screens and say, hey, look, if you want to be to do this, you want to be to do that, and just saying off the top of my head. I'm not saying it's set in stone or anything, but just say, if they were saying you want to do these certain perks on this projector, you can do this if you own such and such a screen. Then they toss you over like a $1,400 to $5,000 projection screen. Now you're at the mercy. If you want your projector to basically function the way you want to, you have to be pushed to buy this screen. That's coming. I can see that coming, because we just saw it a few minutes ago, but they just sat there and said it's 2,400 lumens. But now if you use it on an ambient light projection screen, it automatically jumps to 36. Oh, that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. $574 for a screen that can't see contrast for jack. And that is 72 inches. You see the 72 inches? For $574. What's 120 gonna cost me? Gee whiz. You gotta be kidding me. That's 120 inch. A screen that can't see contrast. And again, I keep telling you, you heard it from Google. Black screens pull up contrast better. You're not pulling up contrast. And they work with contrast and ambient light projection. That's not ambient light projection. That screen's gonna wash. You're gonna have to be in the dark. That's a lot of money to spend. $2,500, almost $5,000 for a projector. An additional $1,000 or more for the screen, and you're still stuck in the dark, can't see contrast, can't see color. Well, that's a waste of money. What color are these screens anyway for all this money? Gray. It's a gray screen. Gee whiz. Man. At this point, you might as well just soak yourself in kerosene and just run through a burning building while you're smoking a cigarette. You definitely screwed yourself 4 ways from Sunday. That is crazy. That screen's not going to pick up jack. That's the equivalent of what we got over here on the wall. Curious, how close would that come to matching house paint at the end of the day? Oh, gee whiz. It's just freaking madness. Oh, look at all these knockoff right over here. Knockoff. This is horrible. This is all knockoff projectors. Gee whiz. This is pretty sad. Okay, so I've had enough of that freaking nightmare to last me for a while. let's go pop over here and let's check out this other projector they got over here. I'm curious. I've been eyeing this one for a bit. Let's see what this one does. This is another one they got. This one right here cost you $2,000, $2,000. Let's see. 2,000 lumens. There's a 150-inch screen. It's 4K. Let's see. Got the resolution count right there. You know, at this particular point, from some of the crazy stuff I've already seen, can you really trust the resolution count now? But some of y'all have bought these projectors with native 4K and not native 4K, pixel shifting technology without showing any form of pixelation count. So I don't know. I'm telling you. Let me see. Oh, gee whiz. Guess what your contrast is? Your contrast is a whopping 3,000 to 1. Do you know how poor 3,000 to 1 contrast is? As I told you before, old 720p's will have that. They'll have like 2,000, 3,000. What is the old model projectors have that in there? There's no way in the world for that kind of price you should be paying for it. 3,000 to 1 in contrast. Oh, man. That kind of money, $2,000. You could have literally just bought a P2. P2 cost you $2,000. 2 million to 1 contrast, which, you know, it's going to give you gray instead of black, but still. And you're getting real 4K. This is not even real 4K. Remember, people sit there and say, but it can be 4K. Not with the contrast levels that low. Why is your contrast level that low? You're going to keep native 4K with a 3,000 to 1 contrast? Really? No. We don't even have 10 or 20. We have 5 in there. At least 5. All right, let's see. This is supposed to be, let's see what this thing has in there. Let's find a video underneath this bad boy. Oh, I love the demonstration where the guy is jumping out right in front of your screen and grabbing them at 3D. Well, it's not even 3D. It's just showing you some craziness. All right, so you see here in the intro, we got plenty of light in here. We got the projector coming up at 150 inches. Over here, we got these guys jumping off the screen. I got some tall ceilings in there, don't they? This is a customer gaming review. Let's check it out. They're in the dark. Who would have known? They're sitting in the dark. Oh, man. All right, let's go check it out on YouTube. Let's see basically if someone has one. They got one that they got on display. We can find one in a fully lit environment operating just like a TV. Let's see if we can find one. All right, the other shirt though. Make sure we got in there. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Someone gonna operate this bad boy just like a TV. All right. What do we get? Oh, man, I swear. In the dark. Always in the dark, of course. You know what you gotta do? They should just give you a free flashlight. You get a free flashlight that comes with it. That way you don't bang your knees on your coffee table trying to get up and get a bag of chips while you're watching a movie. This is horrible. Are we going to do all this? Let's see. We're going to be in it. What did I tell you? White screen. Got to be on a white screen. You got on a white screen, you're not picking up contrast or color, and that thing can't be used in a fully lit environment because it's going to wash out. All right. We're going to be in the dark. Of course, we're going to be in the dark. Gee whiz. Are you kidding me? I'm done. Do you see how badly the color is washed out on the back of that screen? Sorry to get dude's face in there. I really don't want his face in there at all, period. But come on. That is so washed out. That projector's trash. Oh, it's trash. Well, at least he turned the lights on. I give him that much. He definitely turned the lights on. So at least that's something. I told you on a white screen that was going to be horrible. The color's so washed out. Look at that. I want to get something out of his face in the shot. Or you couldn't give me that thing away. Literally, I would not even take it. That would be an insult to me at the end of the day if you gave me that freaking projector. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm pretty sure somebody would like it, but heck no. What am I going to do with it? There's nothing we could do with that thing. Oh, we could gut it out and basically turn it into a piggy bank, maybe. Are you kidding me? That's the image it's pulling up? That is absolutely horrible. Is it hot spotting? What's going on there? Well, white screens, you'd have to have a really crazy bright screen. What is going on there? The light is coming up that like that. Hold on for a minute. I can see this for a minute. Now, for any one of these companies want to feel at the end of the day that Mr. Bird is slandering you, no, your stuff is trash. It is definitely trash. I could beat your projector with 1,000 lumens easily and produce 100% contrast. I know what these projectors are. Gee whiz, that's horrible. Look at this. That is so washed out. That's supposed to be pink. Pink, pink. Flowers are pink, not washed out and dull. Gee whiz. This is supposed to be the normal. This is acceptable. This is sad. This is really, really sad. That's absolutely horrible. Man, no wonder these projection screen companies ain't really working at the end of the day. They don't have to. They can churn out any kind of crap they want at the end of the day, and the consumer will buy it. Because they think that's the normal. What the heck was that all about? How's that good? You can't even see the flowers. This is supposed to be blades of grass. This is supposed to be green. These are supposed to be pink flowers in the background. I would send it back. I definitely would. I would plug that thing and send it right back. Like, what am I doing with this? What am I going to do with this? All right. Let's see if somebody else has it. Let me guess. We're going to be in the dark, right? Yeah, we're definitely going to be in the dark. In the dark. No. That's a freaking monitor. But still, he's in the dark. If he has a monitor, he can do turn his lights on. So it's a freaking projector. That was it? Oh, there's the projector. Okay. That was a monitor. Okay, let me see. Can't compare it to a monitor because a monitor can have your lights on. You can't have your lights on with that. And the color is washed out. So that's washed out. But he didn't do much better light. Still, most of it's in the dark, but he did some of the lights on. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely going to be in the dark. No doubt about it. Projector playing in the background. Yep, in the dark. Sorry about that. Fall asleep, people. Yeah, I'm done. What was the other one? Oh, let me see. All right, we did that one. We did, oh, this one right here. This is the other one. 2,500. I swear, they all got to be made by the same company. That's what it feels like. They're all in that same price range. This is 4K on this one too. Let's go see what we got going on down here. All right, we got specifications saying it's 4K resolution. For 4K resolution projector, the picture quality looks absolutely horrible. Really, that's supposed to be 4K? Image wasn't sharp, nothing, especially if you're sitting in the dark. It should be a lot sharper and brighter than that. You see what P2s look like in the dark, right? How come that doesn't look the same way? The picture is dull, it's washed out. It's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Let's see what this one does. 3,000 to 1 contrast. Again, all of these come with that cheap, watered down 3,000 to 1 contrast. All right, let's go pull it off. Change my hands to stay in a fully lit environment, at least. Oops, behave. There we go. See, this one has this one. I started that video with the lights out. That's not going to go well. Yeah, I started the lights off. Look how dim the environment is already. I swear that thing looks like a printer or fax machine. And yeah, we're already in the dark that fast. This is the same fellow with the window light coming in. Oh, this is him right here at the end of the day. I recognize his videos with the chair and all. This is when it was explaining all this light was pushed in the environment. No, you don't have any light in the environment. It's still dark. So you've seen what my living room looks like, right? My living room is super bright in there. Is that going to work in my living room? I don't think it is. And I'm not turning my living room into that. This is supposed to be a TV. If I go right now, if I go over to Best Buy and I buy myself an OLED TV and I stick it downstairs, I'm not going to have to darken my environment to look like this. Oh, that completely washed out altogether. Gee whiz. But then again, you got like 3,000 to 1 contrast, so you should be picking up. See, the thing about it is, black screens don't require contrast on the projector, but if you're dealing with a screen that's going to be white or gray, you're going to have some serious contrast in there, and 3,000 to 1 is not going to cut it. Oh, here we go, lights up. I'm gonna get over here. What is this playing? This is freaking craziness, man. Every single one of them got that same freaking flaw in it. It's horrible. Hey, buddy. I know people have those projectors. You know, you want Mr. Bird to tell you at the end of the day that it's going to work and you got yourself a good investment. I can't tell you that because I'd be lying to you. I'm going to tell you made a horrible investment We can't fix that if we even wanted to. Even if I had a genie in a bottle, I couldn't fix that thing. You're going to be in the dark. That's where you're going to be at. It's not going to work. Now, just really quick, like I said, you can build your dedicated theater room any way you want. But if you're doing a dedicated theater room and you're going to form sites for information, the first thing you can't have is ultra short throws. Ultra short throws are not in dedicated theater rooms. Family rooms, yes, but not in a dedicated theater room. That is going to be a long throw projector, and it depends on what kind of long throw you get. Now, if you're doing a really serious dedicated theater room that involves your projector to be inside of a booth, that means you're going to have something called an extended throw lens. That's what you're going to need. That's going to allow you to sit 18 feet back and hit your screen. Boom. Instead of it basically expanding out and hitting the walls and ceilings and chairs, you need a special lens for those. That gets kind of pricey. I'm talking about a couple $1,000 easily for that lens. So that's what you're going to need. I had a customer who was actually building an actual movie theater downstairs and a working area downstairs in the house. And he couldn't figure out every time he had a little booth that you can put the projector in. And he couldn't figure out every time when he wanted to go turn the projector on, it was just hitting the walls, it was hitting the ceilings, hitting everything. And he just couldn't get the image to narrow. No matter how much he tried, he couldn't get narrow. So you got the wrong lens in there. You have to have something called extended long throw lens. That's what you need. I'll show you, well, tomorrow's Sunday. I'll show you Monday. I'm trying to keep from doing demonstrations on Sunday. We got two projectors. Both from our Sony VPLs. One has the extended throw, one doesn't. One has a standard. And you'll see when they hit, the one that has the extended throw has to be back 18 feet to hit 100 inch, where the other one has to be 11 to 12. But you got to change out your lens. But I was explaining to him, like, if you're doing a dedicated theater room, there's no ultra short throws are not in dedicated theater rooms. Now, if you got a family setting room, yeah, you can have an ultra short throw in there. But like I said, it's up to you at the end of the day how you want to do it. And the reason why people don't do ultra short throws is because, again, like I said before, you had to have like that 150-inch screen. If you're doing a setup for dedicated, you don't want to do 100 inches. That's not dedicated. You got to go bigger than that. If you're building a movie theater room, it's like you went to the movies and you got big speakers, but you got this like 13-inch screen on the wall. That's not going to be pleasing to the eye. So basically, like I said, you got to go with a big screen in there if you're doing dedicated. On top of that, the ultra short throw is not supposed to be there at all. You're supposed to be to walk around your seats back and forth. I mean, if you're doing it like on a professional level, you build yourself a nice little stage and you put your projector in there and your screen in there and you're done. I was doing mine with acoustic. I actually built the frame into the wall. I had an acoustic screen with speakers behind it, and I was going to build a little stage up there so my screen can set into that like movie style stage. So yeah, there's a different ways you can just go on about doing it. Does the room have to be all black? No, actually it doesn't have to be all black. It can be all white if you want to do it at the end of the day. But keep in mind, you are not doing that with a gray and white screen. That's not going to happen. You're going to be bouncing light all over the place and illuminating your walls and everything at the same time. Black technology doesn't have that problem because that technology can absorb all that light and bring the screen back at you, which I showed you in multiple demonstrations. Oh man, we're done. I just watched most of that in the dark. What do we got for time here? Oh, not bad for time here. All right, so that shows you exactly what you're getting into. We don't do these demonstrations to pretty much, well, yeah, we do. We do to come after these projectors. Come on, man, that's a lot of money for a machine. And that's a lot of money for a machine to turn around and find out that this projector can't even do half the stuff that most of the other projectors you could buy much cheaper, much more affordable, and they're actually native 4K. And you've seen all the screens are white screens. So you're going to be stuck in the dark regardless. And this is where our technology. Sitting back here watching my flame. Now with that technology, we don't have to worry about expensive projectors. It's my $200 or $300 at the time Sony projector with a 2000:1 contrast. That's it. All right, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it helps y'all out. At the end of the day, stay away from the knockoffs. Like I said, the problem that these individuals who fall into who buy these projectors is, like I said, it's a lot of money for that machine. If you had it for too long, you're not going to be able to take it back or stuck with it. And you're going to start to take the money and buy for another projector to get something that you can get on a much darker screen and really actually use it in an ambient light projection environment. Because I told you before, when I watch a lot of those demonstrations on those ultra short throw projectors, they're supposed to be in fully lit environments. That's why the other fellow has the P2. He's not supposed to be in the dark that way. That screen is supposed to be in a fully lit environment, not that fake window light pushing. I'm talking about how that apartment looked when he first moved into. Nice and bright. No, let's put it this way. If anyone ever tells me that apartment came that way, that's a lie. Because there is no way in the world anyone would rent that spot. Period. Walk into an apartment like, what, vampires live here at one point? No, that area was nice and bright. There it was darkened to accommodate the projector. So if you're going to be treating your projector like a TV on an ultra short throw, you're going to have to get a technology that will allow it to be used in a fully lit environment. So the bad thing here for those of you who own those projectors, we can't help you. I can't help you at all. I can't even sell you the product, and I won't sell you the product. At the end of the day, like I said, I got bills to pay just like everybody else, but I'm not going to sell you something that's not going to work. It's not going to pick up. So the only option you have is if you just bought the projector brand new, find a receipt, return it, and go buy a name brand and contact us, or you're just forever to be stuck in the dark over there. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.